Action that shit. Alright, I'm back, you back, we back. Just like a spine hole, you already know. It's me, your girl P, your favorite bitch, and your favorite witch. Welcome to this week's episode of Postscript, also known as PS the Talk Show. And always, I'm your lovely host. So I want to start the show. For our first segment today, as always, it's P's favorite pieces. And I'm just going to show y'all some little Christmas things that I got for myself that I don't think I showed y'all last week for P's favorite pieces. Starting with this Boy Smells Bratz collab. Let me do the little ASMR thing, right? So this smells so freaking good. I'm afraid I have been influenced. Shout out to my girl Trixie Mattel, Miss Tracy Martell. I love her, and she was talking about this on her channel, and she's into all things doll, and I don't mean that in like, you know, the trans girl way. I mean that in like quite literally like Barbie doll kind of way. She's obsessed with Barbie dolls. She loves dolls and things like that, and toys and stuff. So Trixie was talking about this on her channel, and she was like, oh my god, this smells exactly like a plastic doll. And if you ever got like a new doll, you know, it kind of has like that baby powdery, kind of like light, florally, plasticky kind of smell. This smells exactly like that, and it lasts so long. And not to mention, I went on TikTok, because they be having a little deal every once in a while. Girl, and got two of them. It come in like a little kit, little thing with the big giant one and the travel one. I obviously have been using the travel one. And then I'm going to tap into this. But I'm thinking that to allow myself a little bit more restraint, I'm going to just refill this small one with this big one. So I'm not just... Right? Alright. But this literally... it smells like I have a doll, and I know it's still in my childhood bedroom at Iris' house. And her name is Kiki. And that was like the first doll I ever got on Christmas when I was 5 years old. And she was like one of the baby dolls, like, where you could put the bottle in the mouth, and she had like the little overall. She was like that soft, plushy baby, but the head be hard as shit, and the eyes open and close. And she was ginormous. Oh my god, I love Kiki. This smells exactly like that. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what the floral little fruit note scent notes is. Okay, the top note is strawberry. The mid note is vanilla orchid, and the dry note is plastic doll accord. It's a gourmand. If you're a fragrance girl, you know. And oh, the rest of it is in French, but or whatever. Is that? Yeah, it looks like French. I don't know. I don't know what language it is. But yeah, this is the Boy Smells Bratz Doll Mist Body Mist. This is the 3.3 travel size. This is the 8.4 big size. And it smells. I gotta spray some on now. Like, even though I'm about to go to bed, watch Golden Girls. Ooh, this with my little powder I be putting on. This smells so good, y'all. But okay, that's the other thing I'm talking about. I don't remember if I showed y'all this or not, but I told y'all this Christmas for me again was a Mean Girls Christmas. Last year I got myself a bunch of Mean Girl stuff and some roller skates, but this year I just got myself a bunch of Mean Girl stuff and a Juicy Couture special that I'm still waiting for in the fucking mail. Like, what's tea? But I digress. This obviously says getting loser, we're going shopping. I have another one on my key ring for my front door that says so fat. Yeah. I've already had this. I bought myself this for Christmas last year. When I saw they still had it, I had to get more because I ran out. But I kept the Regina keychain. All of the girls had, all of the plastics had a lip gloss. So I have the one for Regina, I have the one for Gretchen, and I have the one for Karen. The Karen one is like a pinky kind of color, and then the Gretchen one is like a nude kind of color. But they all have like a thing on the front that would make you associate lip gloss with them. Like the Regina one, you can see that it has the white tank top with the purple bra cut out of it, and then obviously the R little tag for her necklace. And that's all I brought over here today to tell y'all about for P's favorite pieces. So we're gonna move along into our next segment. Our second segment for today is gonna be questions that need answers. What's your one little thing? You was on some oh yeah, new year, new me, new year, new me. What's the one thing you done already let slip? You done already fell off with? You done already slide? Look, I'm not judging you because I'm about to tell you how you couldn't get back into it. But this your last chance. We're not starting a whole bunch of new shit. I need you to pick up what you got. Come in. I don't know why I just triggered that in my head, but we'll get back to it. But that's this week's questions that need answers. And then for what pissed me off today, I'm not even gonna get into it because I don't talk about work because I really do enjoy my job. I go to work, I do my little job, I come home. Like, it's not stressful. For one, it's not customer facing, and I never have to talk to anyone except my fucking manager. He really grinds my gears, like really jams my Glock, really gas my fucking flabbers, like. So yeah, that's what pissed me off today. This is before I want to talk about the song "Dangerous" by Kevin Gates. So he dropped like a little snippet. I've talked about this before when I talk about Kevin Gates. he's dropped a snippet on his Instagram, and I was like, hold up, what is this? You need to drop this. This was like a couple weeks ago, and I commented, and I was like, oh, I'm about to play this in the car on the way to work, because I do that when artists drop snippets of songs on they like Instagram, and I'm not talking about like 30-second snippet. This was probably like almost like a full like 2 minutes, like a whole like little minute and a half or something like that. I always play it in my car because I'm like, I don't know if we're ever going to get this. I don't know if we're ever going to hear this, but this is hard. And so the name of the song is Dangerous, and he dropped the song today. Oh my God. And then I already know the chorus because I've been listening to that. That's the part that he posted on it. Oh, that song goes so hard. I love when an artist drops a song that they done drop the snippet to. And I love it when it's buried into an album and you listen to the album, you go, oh my God, this is that thing. And this is what I was talking about with that before. But he just dropped this as a single. And he's done that before, like, but I'm also sure that's because he done shot a music video on it. But nonetheless, that song, Dangerous, Kevin Gates, got
These niggas is like that. Touch me, we can die right there. Ain't so good as a bitch on the internet, you know, do not like that. Yo, I don't shake hands. Puerto Rico,
used to be serving J's and T's, stepping in J's and balls. Yeah, I hate that he's such a troll because he is such a good fucking rapper and be having double entendre, triple entendres. The bars are fucking crazy. Regardless of what happens on the internet, I don't let none of that bother me because he don't be doing anything like hateful or like crazy and nothing like that. But the lyrics, the pen is fucking phenomenal. I don't give a fuck what happened on the internet. That man can rap his ass off. But that's the thing. That's his roadblock. But I digress. He's in the Aquarius. We'll get to that when we get to that. We're not here to talk about that right now. But next week's conscious cut, I just want to talk about. It all ties into our next segment. But I just want to talk about the way that I think about my life. So, like, the way that I approach my life planning. So, if I'm talking about my life overall, all of the years that I have to live, I look at my life within, like, 5 to 10 year increments at a time. So, I try to understand, all right, like, within the next 5 years, what do you really need to understand and have done? So, then I can start prepping for it within year 1 and 2 and 3. And, like, you know what I'm saying? So, by the time 5 year come, I done did the little small minor steps that's going to lead up to that big thing. All right, what you need to do for the next 10 years, like, kind of thing. And then if we're talking about like my year, the way that I think about my year is I think about it within like 2 to 3 month increments. So if we can go back to me thinking about my life within 5 to 10 years, I've been recently this week, my hyperfixation, every week I pick a new thing about like homesteading and just like living a better quality life and stuff like that. Every week I pick a new thing to learn about or research or look up or get into, or sometimes it just falls into my lap and then I go down a rabbit hole. This week's rabbit hole is freeze drying breast milk. I've never even fucking heard of that. I didn't even know that was a thing. I saw this lady, she was talking about it. She was like, oh, it's this little program you can sign up for. They send you the bags, you send the milk, and they do it, and they freeze dry or whatever. And then something about that was reminding me of like the fucked up cremations when they be mixing people together. You're not about to mix up my breast milk. So I looked it up and I seen people freeze drying their own breast milk with like dehydrators or freeze dryers or whatever the fuck the machine is called. That, I'm obsessed with that right now. So that's what I'm on right now. And I told y'all, I've said this before, I'm planning within the next 5 to 10 years. That's what I just recently said. But I always tell y'all, you know, I'm planning for the future, not for the now. I don't give a fuck what happens in the now because I already thought about that some time ago. So whatever's happening now is the seeds that I sown back then. I need to be thinking about the seeds I sow now for the next time I'm thinking about that, right? For the future. So if we're going to talk about the whole like breast milk thing, homestead thing, like I definitely plan on being a homesteader, you know, living off, quote unquote, off the grid or whatever, making myself less and less and less dependent on grocery stores. And then I also want to be like, you know, one of those like weird moms. Like I don't even know how else to say it, but like ain't no fucking red dot number 40 and all that. Like you're not about to be jumping off my fucking walls. Like we doing neutral colors. I don't want to have a gender reveal. I want to have the baby in the water, in the bath, in the pool at the house. Like, so I'm just starting to learn and program myself with things that is going to help me get to that once it's time to be there. Because I'm not trying to be pregnant and then be learning about what the fuck is about to happen in this long, in 9 months. Like, girl, that stresses me out just thinking about it. But we're going to move on. And if we're talking about my life and how I plan things, I am looking at things within like a 2 to 3 month time window. So we in January right now. January damn near done. But I'm thinking about already February, March, or April. So I'm planning for the rodeo. I'm planning for B2K. I'm planning for my birthday. And granted, I'm not doing this for my birthday, unfortunately. This is the big letdown. I told y'all last year, I live my life like a person with money, not like a person that wanted to keep it. So I don't know what the fuck I was on when I will. For one, the other thing that really played a big part on this and me not keeping the money for the birthday party, because I told y'all I wanted to have a big 30th birthday party for my 30th birthday at the skate rink at home. But the thing that really kept me from not keeping the money was I want to have my surgery done before I have my birthday party, because I'm really coming back as a whole new person, right? Because I ain't been home in some years. I ain't lived in some years. So I'm coming back as a whole new person. But yeah, so the main reason that I really wasn't keeping the money because I wasn't going to be able to get surgery before my birthday party and be healed. So yeah, by the time I started looking at like when the doctor was having availability and openness, bitch, it already was in like April. We talking about last year in like June or July, and I was like, girl, it's a wrap. Like whatever. But yeah, so I'm not really doing much for my 30th birthday, but I just wanted to share that with you all. So you can, I'm not saying I don't live in the present or appreciate the present, but I don't only live in the present and appreciate the present, because I like to live an easy life. I like to live a relaxed life. So I just think about the things that are going to allow me to do that in the most pleasurable way possible, in the most effortless way possible. Yeah. And for our last and final segment, which is always hashtag I cannot make this shit. On January the 17th, the planet Venus is going to transit into the sign of Aquarius. And right now, Venus is currently in Capricorn. So with, I like when things are split kind of basically right in the middle of the month and transits happen like that, because you can kind of see, okay, well, what happened in this first part and what happened in this second part. So the Venus in Aquarius is really giving you the opportunity to focus on the long game, bigger picture, final results. Because Venus in Aquarius wants you to work smarter, not harder. But we'll get more into that a little bit later. So to get back to, questions I need answers, I asked you, what was the one thing where you was like, y'all, because next year I'm about to do this. Yes, next year I'm about to do that. Because next year, watch, next year I'm about to, what was that? And you did it for like 3, 4, 5 days. Then you didn't already let it fall to the wayside. Whatever the thing is, again, I'm not judging. Pick it back up. Start it again tomorrow. Whenever you see this, whenever you hear this. I hope you hear it sooner than later, because you ain't got a lot of time. But this is your final chance to really readjust and recommit and recalibrate, restructure, rebalance. So it's okay to implement, all right, starting this week, I'm about to XYZ. I know I said I was going to do it New Year, January 1st, da-da-da, with the woo, girls, January 5th, 11, like, whatever. On January the 17th, we will have a new moon in Capricorn. So I told y'all we even talked about Capricorn a lot over the last 2 episodes. So the new moon in Capricorn wants you to, honestly, if I could just put it short and sweet, stop half-assing your life. Stop saying, oh yeah, because next year I'm about to do this. And when I do that, yeah, because when I do this and when I have this, I'm going to do this. And then once I get this, I got to get this first before I can do this. What do you have? I asked you that last week. Focus on what you do have and alter whatever the plan was. Oh, for when I get this, I'm going to start doing this. Alter the plan to make it fit what you already fucking got. Because we ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. Because Capricorn, like I said, has a list. It's checking it twice. It kicks ass and takes names later. That's that Saturn influence. But I'm going to go on a tangent, so I'm going to leave that there. And I don't know. When I was writing the script for this week, when I was writing that sentence specifically about like stop half-assing your life, I don't know. I saw the phrase hunting and gathering. So you have to understand what you already gathered before you go back and hunt. Because if you come back with the same shit and you're missing the other thing, it don't matter now. So I don't know if that's what that message was, if what Spirit was trying to convey to me, but that's what it was from me to you. So it's okay, like I said, even if you don't have everything, but it's better for you to identify what's to be determined than for you to just keep focusing on, oh, I don't have this, so I can't do this. And this is just a gentle reminder for that thing when you was like, yeah, because next year, y'all, in 2026, I'm about to, because I already told myself, next year, I'm about to, it's the next fucking year. Can you just do it, please? Thank you. Last week probably dragged you a little bit, because it was leading up to the new moon, so you probably was like overwhelmed, tired, and I was talking about last week, like, being overstimulated, irritated, that kind of stuff. But it's okay, because this week is a new refresh, very supportive, very communal. Go out there and be with your people, share time with your loved ones and your friends and things like that. This is the point in time where we're past the fawning phase. We're past the rose-colored glasses, the starry eyes, right? We're in the action item phase. We're in the curate phase. Get it done phase. Taking names, kicking asses, checking it twice. All the things. You see how I did that? All of it. You know, I like to talk about life as a house. I like to always talk about your structure and your habits and your routine as the foundation. And right now, we have built that foundation, and now we've got the new house. The house has been built. We love the new house. We're obsessing over the new house, showing everybody the new house. I'm like, God, look at this room, because I'm going to put this here. And I was thinking in this room that I should put a table on this corner, like that, right? All of that stuff always sounds amazing. You have all these visions, all these thoughts, all these ooh, right? Make some choices. It's time to actually get the decorations and put them up. You ain't got time to keep making little collages. Get the shit and buy it, put it up, get it done. Commitment and intention are this week's buzzwords. That was a lot of those words being repeated when I was listening to Maddie and Tranny. And just from everything they said, this was just kind of my little breakdown. Follow me if you will. We talked about Venus and Aquarius. Work harder, not smarter. Remove the failing systems, habits, practices, rituals, routines. And the thing that I got when I was writing that was stop one more episode in your life into this a fucking right. Because you know that you need to go to bed. So how about the motto be one less episode? Right? That's a way to remove a failing practice. If you know that one more episode is not good for you, stop watching the one more goddamn episode. Aquarius is the revolutionary, the change maker, the work smarter, not harder kind of thing. Venus is the brand, the representation, the aesthetic. So those things just sound like ease and no frills. It's just all authentic. It's all baseline, if you will. Because Aquarius wants that clear perception and Venus wants to be perceived. So long story short, get your shit together. I've always asked this question on this channel. You not tired of your own shit yet? Because them kind of people scare me. When people that don't never get tired of their own shit are living in a fantasy fucking world. So don't be one of them people. So back to our buzzwords. This was the little breakdown that I just kind of came up with. Maturity is intention. Pure intent is mature. Maturity yields boundaries. Boundaries create responsibility and commitment. Responsibility and commitment to action items that will, like I said, help you move past your own shit. And once you address and complete the responsibilities, handle your responsibilities, and take care of your action items, that just curates a space of freedom from lack of preparation. And the end all be all to that is a less overly negative inner voice. Because in the words of the great RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? So use the new moon on Sunday in Capricorn as a springboard for maturity. Be fucking mature, because at this big age, why wouldn't you be? Take that maturity that you're harnessing and set intentions behind changing the failed systems. And then promise yourself to love yourself so much and enough that you're going to commit to the follow through on those action items. Because it's time to normalize at this big age, standing on what you said to you, what you told yourself, like shit. Because my 2026 intention is to out adult everybody I know and to just keep getting hotter and weirder. So thank you for watching. That's all I got. Make sure you come back next week and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know how we end an episode? Bitches be mad because they be hating, and bitches be hating because they be mad.